BIS Commodities. Taking a look at this last week, we'll start out by taking to see where things closed for the week. December corn closed at $4.59, down 9 cents on the week. November beans closed at $13.81, up 14 cents on the week. We've seen December wheat close 7 cents lower on the week at $6.41. Cattle closed 42 cents higher. The October cattle futures closed 42 cents lower at 125.25, and October hogs closed lower as well, 20 cents lower at 90.70. Taking a look at the grain markets, the big item this week was the monthly supply and demand report. All eyes were glued on what type of production estimates would be given to us from the USDA, and all said and done, wasn't far off from the estimates, but it was a little bit larger for corn, a little bit less for beans. The average yield came in at the USDA gave us a yield at 155.3, up from the estimate of 153.7, and up from last month's August report at 154.4. They gave us also a larger carryout than anticipated as well, a 1.85 billion bushel carryout, one of the largest carryouts we have seen over the past 4 years. And the market reacted to it yesterday with the lower trade. Also yesterday, the bean number came out at 41.2. That was down from 42.6 August estimate, and was pretty much right in line with what the trade had estimated. But we did see the USDA pare back their ending stocks down to 125 million bushels, down to 150 million bushels, which was 15 million bushels less than what the trade was expecting. So taking a look at the numbers, the markets reacted accordingly as the black boxes traded this thing the first 10-15 minutes of the trade, and then the question fell over into how much more of a cut will beans have in subsequent reports, with ideas of the hot, dry August weather reducing yields further into subsequent reports, along with the ideas that maybe the pod weights and pod counts weren't added correctly. A lot of uncertainty moving forward, but it certainly provided enough of a bullish statement to propel beans higher. Technically, 14.09 is the contract high for November beans, and that is where the bulls have their target. A push through above that may entice some more fun buying and a little higher push. Interesting enough, though, with the perceived tight balance sheet in beans, corn is on the other end of the spectrum with a large carryout. And the question is, moving forward, is the bullishness of the beans going to be able to drag corn higher, or will the bearishness of the corn pull beans or hold them in check? So the next few weeks will probably be taking a look at what type of yields we will see coming out of the fields. Fundamentally, we are seeing basis erode, and I would expect we'll continue to see basis erode on that spot cash bid as new crop becomes more available. Next week, something to take a look at on the 17th, which I believe is next week Wednesday, the FSA releases an updated pre-preventative plant acres report, something that many traders will keep their eyes on. Moving over into the livestock markets, we did see cash cattle trade at 122, 123 for the week. Technically, the futures has languished in a sideways trade, waiting for something to push it out one way or the other. We did see boxes back off a little bit. The bulls are looking at the removal of Zilmax from the market, causing production estimates to decrease, along with the lower cattle on feed numbers coming in this quarter, looking for a lower lower supply. On the other side of the equation is how much is demand being reduced as well. We did see a good week of exports for both pork and beef. Hogs continue to push higher. This week we did steady off a little bit. The cutout value continues to languish here sideways for the week. The concern again there is the front end of this contract with the PED virus. Is that going to continue to show a little bit of a hole here over the next couple months with the hog supply? Also, the equities were able to take a very good run up this week as well, which can and will influence some money flow. But as far as the grain markets for next week, it's all going to be about early harvest reports. If you have any questions about these or any of the markets, please feel free to give us a call here at BIS Commodities at 1-800-373-2525.